squat a little bit.
And then you gotta sway while you do.
Hey guys, Sarah here from The Glitter Guy, and today I have Jessica and Geri from the Misfit Makers.
Hello.
Hey! And we are going to ombre these cups. So I was gonna use Mod Podge, but I think I'm just gonna use the Pop of Color.
Are you? Ooh, you're brave. I'm gonna use Mod Podge, but for my paint, I am going in with Mint from CC DIY, Pop of Color, and then my two colors from The Glitter Guy, of course, Mega Mind and Fairway.
I'll be doing the UV method using Glitter Guy's UV
Resin.
The colors that I chose is Periwinkle and Calm Waters, which is, I guess they're both color shift, right? I like them.
Yeah.
And I'll be painting my cup using Pop of Color in the color Blue Gray.
Nice.
You can also spray paint your cup if you have like two really different contrasting colors. My colors are both in the blue purple family, so using one blue color is just fine. But you can easily spray paint it, or ombre pop color is really easy to do.
Yes.
I'm just gonna start by painting it, giving one good coat. For those that have watched Jess and I, we always tell you guys one coat is good. If you need to do two, wait for the first coat to dry fully.
I'm curious because I really just like this dark, what is this? This is blue for sure. This dark tealy color, and I have two different blues that I'm gonna ombre on them just because I'm curious how they look on the base.
While you guys are like looking, look how cute these little tumbler stands are. They say Misfit Makers. They'll be coming soon from Craft Crate. She did such a cute job.
I'm addicted to her cup chucks.
I'm gonna use a heat gun to speed up my pop process. But Pop of
Speed up
Color,
your Pop of Color, is that what you're gonna say?
speed up my Pop of Color. But Pop of Color dries so fast that if you are not obviously recording or having to do this quickly, it'll dry in like 10 minutes.
A couple minutes, yeah.
And when you're picking like your colors, if you're afraid of like streaks, gravitate towards these color shifts or the ones that are super flashy. These hide a multitude of sins, okay? I'm telling you, if you are a baby tumbler maker, stick to the flashy and stick to metallic. If you are a pro, go with the iridescent, but have a really good, solid base.
And I don't want to put too much heat on this and make it crack.
Oh yeah, but too much heat will make it crack, or too thick of coats. So better to go light coats and do two than do one thick coat. If you haven't tried the UV resin from Glitter Guy, then you haven't tried good UV, okay? This stuff, I swear, like, oh my, first of all, it dries.
I thought you were gonna
so
lick your
good.
cup for a second.
It dries so good, and it has a great, like I feel like I can put my vinyl down after, like a decal down after one coat. We be using that
sometimes.
We be, especially if it's fine glitter. Fine glitter for sure.
I just had to touch it.
Why did you touch it?
I don't know.
At least
I do have
like
another
it.
peek on. I'm just gonna throw where it is.
And guys, we're here today because we're at the third tour spot of Misfit Makers tour here in Jersey at the Glitter Guy warehouse.
If you guys are baby tumbler makers, try not to do Jess's method. She's doing Mod Podge. You gotta be very quick. You gotta be quick. You can't be interrupted by your kids, your dog, your husband. You gotta do it because once it dries, it's over. I've been making tumblers for a while now, and I cannot do it with Mod Podge.
Oh, I thrive on Mod.
Me
I
too.
am fast enough.
I love Mod Podge. But did you give me any Mod Podge?
Yeah, I just didn't put it on this table. There it is.
The UV method, you just want to put a little bit, kind of like the epoxy method, just one little dollop.
This little water container looks like a bird feeder, and it is really cute.
I think it's a paint puff.
Okay.
It's on my Amazon list. We'll list it down below.
Okay, so when you're using Mod Podge, you do have to go really quick.
Okay, watch Jess, but
I gotta mentally prepare
I
myself.
am just finishing this up. I like to hold it to the light to make sure there's no dry spots. That's like the best way. That way you won't have.
I'm a little worried with this paintbrush. It's small.
Why don't you get a foam brush? It's thick.
I don't like
lighter.
Because I don't like foam brushes.
Okay,
No one knows.
I do.
Oh, I thought you said you don't like them.
I don't mind for paint. Look how good it painted.
You have to put a lot of Mod Podge on your cup starting out before you start rubbing it in, brushing it out, and then I go around and even out my Mod Podge. You don't want clumps all over your cup of Mod Podge because those clumps will show through the glitter. Usually I use a larger paintbrush, so just use like whatever largest paintbrush you have. You already sprayed it? I didn't even.
No, I used glue, the Mod Podge.
She's already.
I mean, not
your
Mod Podge,
glitter?
just because she's saying Mod Podge. I
Oh.
used the pop of color.
Trying to go as quick as I can. You have to move really fast with Mod Podge, guys. It dries. We call it the devil's glue because it dries really, really
Some
fast.
of you guys call it the devil's.
I love
I
Mod
call it-
Podge.
Oh, that's right.
fine.
You are.
I
Mod Podge.
I'm a Mod Podger. This is how when I did custom orders, like if I'm doing an ombre with 2 colors,
I love how quick it dries.
Mod Podge is the way I do it.
When you're doing ombres, this is just how I do it. I do my darkest color at the bottom. I feel like it's the heavy color. You guys can do it. There's no rules. You do what you want.
Okay, I'm starting at the rim. You guys see how fast I'm moving? And then I'm gonna tilt my cup down, and I'm still aiming towards the top of my rim. And I'm just going to let that cascade down my cup. It doesn't matter how far it goes down. It can go all the way down to the bottom rim because that's what makes a perfect ombre. After you're happy with it, then we'll switch colors. We'll come back. As you noticed, I did not paint the butt of my cup with Mod Podge, and because we're gonna go back at the end and do the butt.
And I kind of do the same. I start at the top, make a thick line around, and then kind of flare it in like a little bit at a time. Everybody does their ombres differently. Everybody
Yes.
finds their way.
Don't let people tell you your cup's gonna die and catch on fire if you don't
Because
do
you
it this
don't
way.
ombre a certain way.
I just focus on the top and the bottom, and then I just kind of like mesh them in the middle. That's why I like using the spray glue, because if I don't like the way that the ombre looks, I can just
Fix
little bit
it.
in some spot, and in only some spots if I want.
To me, it's like the easiest to do it standing up too. Hold it up high. The higher you go, the more you can flare it out instead of it all dumping. Also, you can dump a little bit on your paper just to get a feel of the flow. If you're heavy hand, use like a baby spoon or the shaker part of your glitter. For the bottom, I'm using periwinkle. The bottom, you can just go for it because the bottom, and you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna create a rim and then kind of flare it in.
I'm just going in. My Mod Podge is probably dry at this point, but we're just going in and double checking. Oh, I just scratched my cup.
Yeah, I just kind of salt it around. Never heard that before, but I'm just gonna use it now until I feel like all my glue is covered. And then I don't love my middle, so I'm gonna go in again with the spray.
Yeah, which is a great tip. Keep a bottle of adhesive spray around, so if you're not happy with it, or even clear spray sealer,
Spray, yeah, that's what I use.
because then you can fix an ombre.
And there's no saying where you have to end your ombre or start your ombre.
No.
You can do it wherever you want.
Okay, so I'm happy with mine.
You look so pretty.
Thank you. Now I'm gonna go back and we're gonna add the Mod Podge to the butt. And ombres take practice, guys. You're not gonna
I was just gonna say that too.
Yeah, you're not gonna pick up a cup and be like, oh my gosh, a perfect ombre. The more you do it, I used to practice my ombres on wine glasses from the dollar store because they only cost $1 and I wasn't wasting my tumblers. I love these colors.
I like them. Yeah, when I started doing ombres, it would take me about as long as I'm taking now. Go back, spray, go back, spray, go back, spray. A few months later, I was doing them in maybe one spray too.
Look at this UV light. You know what?
Don't be looking into it though after you click that
The
on.
old school like projectors.
It looks like a Star Wars robot.
A little bit.
Oh gosh. Ooh! Oh, and it has a fan?
What's a chef's favorite topping on a pizza? Marinara.
No, it's a DJ, not a chef.
What is oh yeah.
Yeah.
See, I messed it up. What's
What?
a DJ's favorite type
You suck.
of pizza topping? Marinara.
It's not funny anymore, Jess. You messed it up.
It's a little funny.
I did UV resin, so it's gonna take about what is it?
Not
A
even.
minute or two. Just spin it. I'm using the handy helper here from Dino's. So whether you are a UV resin girl, a Mod Podge girl, or a paint and adhesive spray girl, there's lots of ways to do it. There's also epoxy. Some people use a strainer to create their ombre. Did you teach them the ombre stance though? There's like a stance. You can't.
Yeah, you gotta spread your legs,
Spread them out
squat a little bit,
like this.
punch, put your booty out,
Out.
stick your booty out,
And then you
over.
gotta sway while you do.
Winning.
Now you guys know.
Now you know.
That's how
Sorry.
the magic happens.
We will obviously let these dry.
You can spray seal it, or you can put a light coat of UV over it, and it's fine.
Yep.
Either way.
They look so cute.
If you haven't yet, please like and subscribe to our channel, especially if you like what you saw here today. I hope that you learned a lot from us and that you enjoyed having the Misfit makers here on the Glitter Guy YouTube channel, and we will link a whole bunch of fun stuff for you down below.